Hello everyone. It's another beautiful day here in Pleasant Hill, Iowa. Today is April 6th. We're going to do a quick garden update because I haven't done one in a little while and it's supposed to thunderstorm later, so I was hoping to get this done. And that's actually why when I start out here in the greenhouse, my greenhouse is pretty full. I have been moved out quite a bit of my stuff into the garden. Or I'm sorry, not into the garden, into the tunnel here. Just letting it sit out because it's been nice. It's been warm. So a lot of these cool weather and perennials I have had out there, but since it is a possibility of hail later, I wanted to bring them in and make sure that I don't destroy my little seedlings. I geez, I really hope. I started my tomatoes up there, but on the 30th of March, and I have not seen anything germinate yet, which makes me nervous because there was one day this last week where it actually got really warm, and I didn't get out here into the greenhouse, and you can see right now it's like 72, 70, no, it's more than that. It's like 76 degrees in here. Well, I didn't have the windows open or the door, and it was like 108 degrees in here when I came in. My little pepper seedlings were all dry and hanging over, and of course they can take that heat. As soon as I watered them and everything cooled them off, they bounce right back. But I'm a little nervous that might have killed any germination that was going on. So, but it still only actually has been about 7 days, and most tomato seeds themselves germinate within 7 to 10 days of, planting, given the right optimal conditions. So, I mean, I don't know. If I don't see anything by the 10th day, if I don't see a single one germinating, I'm going to replant everything because I started purposely low, like sooner to the frost date this year. And if I don't get tomato seedlings popping up soon, I'm going to have to go buy them. And I do not want to do that. That's why I spend all that money on my seeds and wanting to do heirlooms. So hopefully we see something. If not, I'll probably take these in the house on a heating mat under the plastic cover and try and speed the germination along because I'm starting to run out of time for those tomatoes. Anyway, let's go here. So Ava and I, a little while back, we did plant some peas, and I'm starting to see some peas starting to come to life here. So that's good. And what I'll do is let these guys grow up on this trellis that's all the way around here. And peas are kind of a cool weather thing. So once they're going and then it gets too hot, I'll be planting in watermelons and, pumpkins, cucumbers, and beans. And I'll just clip those peas off at the bottom and leave their roots in there and everything. So that's what I'm planning to do to utilize this space here. But definitely have some guys coming to light. I love this. Look at this. This guy just popped up the flower portion. And look how cute these little guys are. How adorable. So I definitely need to get in here and start clipping the dead stuff off. I mean, this one here is just looks like it's wearing a hat or something. But I'm really thinking everything's coming along pretty good. I had my new sign, a little ladybug crossing, so that people don't step on my little bulbs I got planted here. See, a lot of my coneflowers are starting to come up. These little guys popped up again. They're so cute. I still have a lot of stuff that needs to come back. Ooh, there's a big old dandelion that needs to be pulled. These little guys just popped up. How cool are those? Got these bulbs back here that are going. I'm waiting to see if my blueberry bushes come back. If not, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this space. But I got a large space here. I have 3 blueberry bushes planted there, so we'll see what happens. And exciting, I just noticed Ava's lilies are starting to pop up back here. They're coming up. So all the way down here, we have the, oh, just knocked off my little ladybug. Sorry, we'll get that later. We have Ava's lilies. And then here we got my herbs that I need to replant, except for the ones that overwintered. I just had some of these chives the other day. They're so good. So green and oniony. Got my mints down there coming back. Actually, the sage is starting to come back in here. So that's good. My thyme doesn't look like, but it still seems pretty. I don't know, we'll see. But I did start more thyme, just in case. So that's cool. I'm really excited about these little flowers that are popping up. And we do have the same thing on this other side, as well as a whole bunch of weeds that need to be weeded, as far as like peas and stuff. You can see they're trying to pop up here. We really do need the rain. It hasn't rained, so I'm hoping that the rain does come today. It hasn't rained much. Got some perennials coming back here. Got my bushes, my hydrangea bushes starting to come back, so that's good. Over here it does look like my clematis is coming back, although I am pulling this out to put a different vine in there. So over here what we've got going on is my garlic still looking good. My spinach I planted from seed is coming along, although the squirrels, they just keep digging, so that sucks. I do have some lettuce that I got going in here, some mustard, some arugula, some kale, and then over here I have a couple of onions that I started from seedlings that are in here. But I also did just plant a whole bunch of seeds. I'm testing. This year is an experiment for me. Is it easier to try and start them earlier from some seedlings, or, and I probably should have planted the seeds earlier, as I only did them like last weekend. Or is it better to seed them? So this is my experiment, and this is my issue, is I have a lot of experiments going on in my garden a lot. Oh, look, I got a little bumblebee friend here. I don't know what she's up to, but we're gonna let her out. There, see, she flew away. My strawberries are coming back good, although I do have some new strawberries that I'm going to be planting this year. This will probably be the last year with these, because I really want to get varieties that are just big and juicy, and there's too many varieties mixed in here, and some of them are small and some of them are really good and big, but I can't tell the difference anymore because the runners just took over. So this fall these guys are going to be pulled out. I might say, if I can figure out which plants, which runners go to the big juicy ones, I might pull out some and just pot them, some new runners for next year, and then replant them with some of the new stuff that I'm buying. But I need to go in and really heavily fertilize this. There's a lot of soil. You can see how the soil's settled. It needs to have more compost and soil and stuff, and just everything reworked in here, and then replant the strawberries and everything. So got that going on, and we'll be excited to try my hand at curing some garlic this year. But other than that, things are going good. I just need to get my tomatoes to germinate, and that's my favorite part of gardening, is the tomatoes. So very important to me that they do. See the little squirrels. I love the squirrels so much, but I hate that they dig up my stuff. It sucks. But we got some crazy cool bulbs going on in here, and this is the other side where Ava's lilies are coming up, so hopefully they will be really cool. And I'm really excited about how everything's going. But today, clear blue sky, beautiful temperatures. It's like 70 something degrees out right now. It's been that way early April for a while with lows, I mean, in the 50s and 60s. So I just wanted to move everything in here just in case. You know, Jesse said, well, they survive in nature when thunderstorms happen, and that's true. That is true. But some of these guys are just too small and delicate. And, you know, if they get destroyed, it's a long road back, especially with some of these lettuces. You know, I can start them in the house if it gets hot out and stuff, but it's a long road. And I'd rather just not take the chance, since I can do it today, and just pull these guys in to make sure they don't get hailed on. Hopefully it wouldn't destroy my little greenhouse I got here, but so hopefully the next time we talk, these guys started sprouting. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to do some magic work. some praying and talking to them and replanting. So I really don't want to go that route if I can avoid it, but everything is looking good. I'm happy and excited to see the flowers start to bloom. I love when I see the little bumblebees in the yard. I just hope they don't create a nest in my strawberries or other places like they did last year when we had the stinging incidents. But I'd rather have them nest and have to work around them than have them go somewhere else and, you know, not make it. So I guess if they have to come here and nest, just come on in, little bumblebees. This is your home. So I also, oh, really quick, this is the last thing to show, then I gotta go back into work. I don't know if I showed these before. We do have 2 mason bee houses here. So these holes, when they start to plug up with mud, then a mason bee has laid their eggs in there. There's one over there too. So I have 2 of them. Now, why that's important, mason bees, they don't do honey, but what they do is they do extremely well at pollinating flowers and vegetables. So they need a place that's safe to lay their eggs. And what they'll do in the spring is they'll find little holes like that in trees and other places, and they'll lay their eggs and they'll plug it up with mud. And then when their larvae hatch, they bury out. So when you see them plug up with mud, you know that the bees found the house. And then when the mud goes back away, you know that their larva successfully lived and went out to create more bees and pollinate and do all the good things. So here's to that. Let's hope more mason bees find those houses this year. We did have a couple last year. Look at my tiny dog. He's searching for something to bark at. Opie, what are you doing? Opie dog, what are you doing? What are you looking for? You looking for squirrels? He is a fool. I love him. All right, well, I gotta go back to work, so I hope everyone has a good day, and that is our garden update here on April 6th. Bye.